Charbria Shine, and welcome back to Max Out Girl. Purpose. In the month of March, we had different women encouraging you. You heard their testimonies, their stories. So right now, what I want to do, summing this series up, is to show you a clip of me encouraging women. And I wanted to encourage you today to go after your purpose. So check out this clip from my Women in Purpose Empowerment.
I have a heart for women, to encourage you, to love on you, to know that God has a purpose for you. That doesn't matter about your past, your present, what you suffered, what you went through, what people say about you, your mistakes, your age, how you look. It don't matter. God still loves you. He still has a great plan and a great purpose for you. Some of you might be like, I'm too old, girl. Yeah, you sound cute. What you about in your 30s? God, it doesn't matter. You could be 60 sitting up in here, and you might feel like, woo, who said that? Come on, woo. You might be 60, you might be 70, but there is still purpose in this season of your life. God ain't done with you until you're up out of here. And then we in eternity, okay. He still ain't doing right. But on earth, we have a purpose. He has a plan for us. But we had to dig deep. And that's why we did that. It was a cute little activity, but it was a purpose in that. What are you good at? What are you good at? And you probably didn't even have training in that. And it's good to cultivate and train in things. Like, I'm also a dancer. I took dance lessons for years. I took vocal lessons. You take acting. But before all of that, I was doing it. And was good at it. Because that was a God-given ability. So what are you just naturally good at? And like I said, you may not know, but your cousin might be like, girl, man, you did your makeup. You look good. And you're like, oh, I just whipped this together. She's like, no. You need to start a YouTube channel. You can get paid from that. You should start actually having people come to you. There's things and gifts that we all have. And again, it doesn't matter your age. One thing I can say, I'm so proud of my mother. She is 65. And she just moved to Colorado to go to college. I can't believe it, because first of all, my mom is not a person to move anywhere. She's lived here all her life. She's scared to be away from us. I'm so proud of that. And she has degrees. She has a master's, but she said, I want to do something different. I'm like, wait, what? You retired. Why do you want to do something different? Because God has a purpose and a plan for me in this season of my life. He's not done with me yet. And again, it doesn't matter your mistakes. You might be sitting here, you might be like, Charbria, again, that sounds cute. You probably ain't did nothing. So God loves you. Yeah, he chose you. He got something cute and special for you in your pink suit, but not me. Not me. I done made a lot of mistakes. I done had an abortion. I've been in jail. I done slept with somebody's husband. I'm just a nobody. You're somebody. The fact that you're here in this room tonight, God loves you. You're somebody. He has a plan and a purpose for your life. And it don't matter what you've gone through. Y'all, I've been through some stuff. You don't know about it. But I done been through some hellish times. And I've made some really bad choices. You know, I told you, you'd be like, girl, not you. Girl, yes, me. Please, ain't nobody perfect. Okay, can we be real? Ain't nobody perfect. We've all gone through something. You might be like, but I've been molested. I've been abused. I've been divorced. God still has a plan and a purpose for your life. He can heal you. He can deliver you. He can set you free from addiction, from whatever you're going through. And again, you might be saying, you're talking about God, you're talking about God. Can I be honest with y'all? I don't talk about God because it's cute. I'm not like that. I'm not getting a paycheck. God give me a paycheck because I'm mentioning his name in my speech. No, I don't reflect that, right? This is genuinely for me in my life, how I found my purpose, how I found joy. How even in my single season where I went through actually a really bad breakup where I didn't even want to live anymore. Didn't want to live. And I had to come to myself like, for a minute, girl, didn't even want to live. So I come to the point now, I'm like, it was only God's grace who got me out of those suicidal thoughts. It was only God's grace who helps me to be the woman that I am today, to be able to love freely even when I was hurt. Even when I was left at the altar, being able to love freely a man that God sent me, but I had to heal. Only God did that. Again, purpose. I had to wake up and say, I have a purpose. It doesn't matter what I've suffered, and it doesn't matter what you've suffered. It doesn't matter your age. You're never too young. You're never too old to walk it out, to walk in purpose. You might be like, okay, I'm only 18, but I want to start a business. I'm not even educated enough. You can do it. Do you know some of the most wealthiest people dropped out of college? I know y'all have heard some of these stories. Come on. Me and my husband love entrepreneur. We do a lot of entrepreneur events, so we're almost like obsessed with business and entrepreneurship. And he has me watching like all these rich people, these documentaries, all this stuff. And a lot of them, they would have been seen as kind of like rejects in the world, some of them. Like, you too dumb, you stupid, you're not going to do well in college. Or I'll hear all of these stories, and you look at them and you say, but now you're a billionaire? Wait, what? You didn't go to Princeton. You didn't go to Harvard. You weren't the elite. They counted you out. But look at you. Why? Because when you have a vision for your life, you have purpose, and you know that it doesn't matter what she say, he say, they say. I know what God says about me. He has a plan and a purpose for my life. I haven't expected it. Everything I set my hands to do shall prosper. Ooh, child, you better watch out. I'm a bad number jumping now. I don't care what you think. You just watch. Just watch me. Okay? And so it's so important to recognize that you have a purpose, no matter what it is. You might be like, well, I'm a banker. It make good money, but I don't really feel fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? I'm a banker. And there are seasons. Maybe you have to be a banker right now while you're pursuing that side hustle that really is your purpose, to be able to live off of that. Like, I'm a full-time entrepreneur right now. I wasn't always able to do that. I worked a full-time job while I was working several hustles. And to me, because those are things I have a passion for, I didn't look at them as hustles. You know what I'm saying? They were fun. And I enjoyed them. I've been all kinds of things. I've been a dance instructor. I've had a dance studio. I've been a fitness instructor. I did concerts. There's so many things that I've done. I've been a retail manager for almost 10 years. So many different things. And sometimes I'm like, God, what am I really? Right? Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I have 30 different things I'm doing. What am I really supposed to be? But for me, I've always gotten back to entertainment. And you know what the thoughts was a couple years ago? Girl, you almost 40. You still trying to be an entertainer. You better just keep your job and sit it on down, pop out some babies, and shut up. But when you have a drive and a determination and a focus and it's something burning in your heart, I couldn't shake it. It was like, you love to entertain. You love to entertain. I'm trying to shut it down. Like, girl, you just got married. You got to go to work. You can't be talking about entertainment. But when you have a passion and determination, nothing can stop you. You got to go for it, sis. I don't know today what's on your heart to go for, but you have to do it, because here's what I'd rather do. I'd rather go for it and fail than to not go for it and always think, what if? What if? Because I've had a lot of what ifs before I went back into entertainment, and it was nagging me. It was like killing my insides, like regret, and I should have did this when I was younger. Depression was trying to come. And I'm a pretty happy-go-lucky person, as y'all can tell. And my husband was like, what's wrong with you? Like, you weren't like this when I met you. Like, what's wrong? And I was like, he laughed because he you tricked me. No, I'm going through something, And I was like, he's like, what do you want to do with your life? Because when we got married, I quit my job to move. We were a long-distance couple. He lived in South Carolina, and I moved to South Carolina. So obviously I had to quit my job. So he was full-time into sports. And I was just at home. And as y'all know, if you know me, I'm a busybody. I be doing all kind of stuff, here. And I was getting depressed. Like, what am I supposed to do with my life? Now I'm a wife. Thank God for that. But what am I supposed to do? And he was like, what do you want to do? Like, just do it. And I'm like, well, I want to act. And I felt stupid saying that. Like, almost 40. You talking about you want to act. You should have been acting. You better go get a job. You know what I'm saying? It's a little too late for you right now. Like, what are you doing? And he said, well, do it. And I'm like, okay, that sounds easy. What am I supposed to go do? Just go to New York? And it sounds easy. And he was like, no, just create your own stuff. And I'm like, okay, And I started doing that. And now I have my stage play. We went on tour. We're going on tour again next year. And I love that. I can do that as if no one ever paid me. And the truth is, you need to be able to do that, because in the beginning, sometimes people won't be paying you, right? Because you're starting off, you're new, it's fresh. And so that's something that I could literally do, because entrepreneurship can be very tough. So you have to really love what you're doing. If you don't have a passion for it, rethink it. And there's nothing wrong if you say entrepreneurship ain't for me. It's okay. It's fine. Find what is for you. But whatever it is, have a passion for it. It's not worth doing it if you don't enjoy it. And again, you're not going to enjoy every aspect of all of everything. I don't enjoy every aspect of entrepreneurship. But all in all, I love the result. I love the freedom, and I love the creativity to do what I love to do every day. Every day, if you follow me, I do something called Empower Hours. Now, it's not a full hour. It's just 1 hour every morning. I encourage. I love that. Because somebody might be waking up today and feel like they can't go on. Somebody might wake up today and feel suicidal. Somebody might wake up today and feel, like giving up or whatever it might be. And I love to encourage them. So if I figure out, what do I love to do? What is it that I love to do? So I always make a PowerPoint, but I never use it. So I'm just kind of try to use it today. So we kind of talked about purpose, and I just want to sum it up, okay? So purpose, as she said, the reason for which something is done or created, for which something exists. It is a person's sense or resolve or determination. So a person's sense of resolve or determination. You have to be determined to fulfill your purpose. And you might say, again, like they said, well, why purpose? Who cares? I got a job, it's good, I'm loving it. Because you deserve to fulfill it. You deserve to have a life where you are completely maxing out, girl. Like you are enjoying your life. You are living life to the full. When you do something you love, you're living to the full. How many of you know it sucks to wake up every day and go to a job you hate just because you need the money? She cried. I feel you, boo. I feel you, girl. I feel you. And it's okay if you're there. I mean, I was there. Sometimes we go through that. But make a plan. What do I love to do? Okay, I like to do hair. Maybe I need to do it on the side for right now. Build my clientele up. Okay, build that up. All right, make a plan. 6 months, a year, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Make a plan for whatever it is. Or maybe it's a hobby. Or maybe, it's helping somebody else out. Ask yourself that. Do you believe that you have a purpose? How many of you believe that you have a purpose? Be real. How many of you believe that you were chosen? You were creatively created by the Creator to create. I know that's a tongue twister. Did y'all know that was my voice in the video earlier? Y'all did? Well, you do. She been knowing me since kindergarten, so she gonna know my voice. Yes, absolutely. You were created by the Creator, creatively, to create. Yes, you. But you first have to believe that. And if you don't have a great view of yourself, you won't believe that. If you feel I'm stupid, I'm ugly, I'm dumb, I'll never be nothing, I always make mistakes, you won't believe that you're chosen. You won't believe that God, the creator of the heaven and earth, has a purpose just for you. You'll be like, girl, whatever. But no, he does. If you were here, I don't care if your parents wanted to abort you, if they don't love you, say they don't care about you, you're here for a purpose. Because God has you here. If not, you wouldn't be here. So we have to know who we are. And we have to have view. Here's my acronym. Keep this in view every day of your life. You are valuable. You're valuable, meaning you're important. You are important. You are equal to anything and anyone. So don't let any obstacle stop you in life from reaching your God-given destiny. You are worthy of love and respect. So if you're in relationships and it's disrespectful, it's toxic, get rid of it. Girl, you got purpose. You ain't got no time for that, okay? Friendships, toxic. We had our Valentine's party. What we say? Cut it. We ain't got time for that. Because you are a woman of purpose. And do you know that the company you keep, your associations, can stop you from reaching your destiny? Just the negativity, the complaining. Ooh, if you feel drained all the time, every time they calling you, it's a problem, they the problem. Okay, you need to cut it off. And I know sometimes it's hard. We love them. We might have known them for a long time. But would you rather keep that friendship or reach your purpose and have a joyful life? All right? So you're worthy of love and respect. And as they all said, God knew you before you were in your mother's womb. You can look at the scriptures out there. He knew you before you were in your mother's womb. He fashioned you just the way that you are, just the way that you look. So you have to learn to love you. And don't do the comparison game. I feel like that's such a joy killer. Such a joy killer. Comparing ourselves. Looking at, well, she do this, and oh, look at her, she got that. Who cares? Look at yourself. Focus on you. And if you need to get off social media for a season, get off social media for a season. Because I feel like it's so easy. People get so depressed and start, I ain't looking at folks. I'm too busy. I'm too busy watering my grass to know if yours is greener. Honey, I don't care. And if it is green, I'm happy for you. I want you to max out, girl, okay? I ain't got time to be hating on you. And that's how we gotta think. If it's a distraction, cut it out of your life. He set you apart before you were born. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. My frame was not hidden from you when I was in the secret place. So all this is just saying, God knew you before you were in your mother's womb. He knew the end before you were even here. So you might be like, man, I still don't know why I'm here. I have no clue. Okay, that's cool. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope in the future. This is my life scripture. There are so many times in my life where I was like depressed or discouraged because I felt like things were just standing still in my life. I didn't know what I was doing. I had a decent job. You make money, right? But I didn't feel fulfilled. Have you guys ever been in that situation? Like, okay, you got a decent life, but you feel so unfulfilled. You feel a little miserable. And I'm a really passionate person. I don't know if y'all can tell. I'm such a purpose-driven person that if I feel like I'm not in purpose, I just don't feel good. You know, it's just like a stress there. But I had to realize, meditating on this, God knows the plans He has for me. I haven't expected it. So I need to focus on Him in this season when I don't know what's going on. So you might say, how do I find my purpose? Some of the ladies said some of this, but I'm just going to reiterate. Seek God. I don't know how many of you guys believe in God, but seek God. Ask Him. He'll show you. And He talks to us differently, but He will show you. It may take time. It may take season. What brings you joy? I love for people to be happy and have a great time. I like to entertain. I like to empower. That brings me joy. I can do this all day. They could put on some music, and I'll do a whole dance show for you. She laughed because she know I will. I just love it. I love people to smile and to laugh and to have a good time and get great gifts and have good food. I want you to feel great. And that's what I love to do. So what brings you joy? I get to do that for a living, and that brings me joy. So ask yourself, what brings me joy? What are your gifts or skills? What are your gifts or skills? Again, some of this was in the activity. Some of you may have missed it, but we had an activity earlier that asked you some of these questions. What problem bothers you or moves you? You might feel like something's wrong with the justice system, like in that video I showed earlier. You might want to be a lawyer. You might feel like, these teachers these days don't even care. You might want to be a teacher. What is that issue or that problem that just gets under your skin? You're probably created to fix it, not complain about it. We like to complain, but sometimes we're the very catalyst to change that industry. All right, so I put grace in seasons because it is so easy to get stressed out about what's my purpose, what's my purpose, what's my purpose. I feel like it's so easy to get stressed about that. But give yourself grace. It's okay. If you don't know yet and you're asking God and you're seeking it out, it's okay. Keep living. Keep just trusting God. But give yourself grace. Don't beat yourself up because sometimes it does take time. I feel like I'm just not really starting to walk in purpose, and I'm 38. I'll be 39 this year. I feel like I'm literally just not seeing, like, okay, I'm on the right track. This is literally what I'm supposed to do, and I love it. And it's so funny because for me, it goes back to what I was doing at 2 years old. I went through a lot of different seasons to get right back to what I was good at when I was 2 years old. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes we get off track. Sometimes we have a kid too young, or sometimes we get in a bad marriage, or sometimes we dropped out of school. Get back on track. That's just a setback. That's not a destination. You get back on track and still reach your goal. And the seasons, trust God where you are right now. In my single season, at first I hated it, and I had to say, no, God, I'm going to trust you right now in this season. I'm going to learn how to be content, love my life, be fabulous, max out girl, all of that in this season. I'm not going to be no down to the stress. I ain't going to sit here and be crying, talking about no man. Learn to love you and get around other women that love themselves and build a tribe and live the life that God has created you to live. But sometimes we get so focused, what's my purpose? What's my purpose? And you crabby. No, live out your best life now, honey. Don't worry about that. And even when you get married, then you're still going to be discontent if you don't learn how to love you. It's about self, learning who you are, learning that God has a purpose and a plan for your life, and that's what it's about. All right, my purpose story. I went through that already. We can skip that. All right, so what if I still don't know my purpose? Don't stress. Do not stress. Because that's what I was doing, stressing out. And that's not what we're supposed to do. Don't stress about it. Continue to search it out and pray about it. Continue learning and growing. For me, personal development is so important. I learn and I grow. And that actually helped me discover what I was good at and what I liked. I just got on YouTube. It was free 99 and started looking up entrepreneurs, started looking up YouTubers, started looking up entertainers, learning from the successful ones, just learning and growing, taking free courses. And it's just developing yourself more and more. When you stop growing, you stop living. You got to really keep growing and putting into yourself. And it doesn't cost money to learn or to grow. You don't got to go back to college. You could pop open a book or pop open the internet and learn and develop yourself. Trust me, you keep doing that, you're going to figure your purpose out. All right? And continue setting and achieving goals. You may not know your purpose, but you may say, you know what? In 2023, I want to get healthier. I want to eat better. Or I want to lose 10 pounds. Or I want to be debt-free. Or I want to go back to school. That could be setting you up for your purpose, right? Because there's purpose in seasons. That could be preparing your life. Like I say, oh, I want a husband. But I never clean my house. I never cook. I'm always sloppy, not looking good. But God, send me a husband. Girl, you ain't ready. You gonna run away. Even though now at home, sometimes I do like to look a little busted a time or two. But you know, that's on my own business. But you know what I'm saying. Just sometimes, you know. But trust God to show you. He will show you. Sometimes it's right in our face, like the little activity we did earlier. The things we love, the things that my husband cracking up. The things, y'all, I'm a character at home. Y'all don't want to see me at home. He be laughing at me. He cracking. It's a whole show at home. All right, so trust God to show you, all right? Because he most definitely will show you. So again, how many of you guys feel you have purpose? Raise your hand. Woo! Woo! How many of you guys know God? Absolutely, absolutely. So again, I just want to encourage you guys. He has a purpose. He has a plan for your life.
All right, so I hope I said something and encouraged you that just really gave you tips to help you find your purpose. Or if you already know your purpose, to continue to push and to go after your purpose. To know that you are here on purpose, with a purpose, for purpose. You're created by God. So I just want to encourage you, just go after it all. Max out, girl. You know that's my mantra. You ain't no damsel in distress. Don't settle for less. So again, you know where to follow me, at Max Out Girl, at Charbria Shine. Go to charbria.com for my books and resources and courses. Also, we got some fun events, so click events on my website. We have the Great Gatsby 1920s. Dinner and live music coming up. Use code Gatsby, all caps, 15, the number 15 for $15 off, and I will be a dancer at that event, so y'all don't want to miss this, okay? And also, we are going to have our self-love empowerment. You don't want to miss it. May 19th is pretty much a PJs, pamper, and panel type of a situation. Experts, speakers, great food, shopping. We're going to have a massage therapist. You can get your hands massaged. You can get your makeup done. Great time. So check all of that out on the website. And as always, I hope I said something to encourage, inspire, and elevated your thinking. And always remember to max out, girl. This is Charbria Shine. Talk to you next time. Bye, guys.